You walk in, you got your living room, kitchen's gonna start right there. Have a place to put your shoes. Then you walk through, you got your kitchen, you can walk through your kitchen, come up your 2 steps into your elevated floor. You have a dining room next to the bathroom, Dan. Really? That's disgusting. If you want to go out the back door, you can just go out the back door right here. You want to do your makeup, you can do it right here. If you want to walk into the bedroom, it's not too tight. You want to get some clothes, they're right here. You want to get in the bed, you can go this way, you can go that way. You want to do some laundry, you can do it there. Maybe I'll put that at the beginning of the video, because people are like, just hurry up already. Bang. Coming. I done. Oh, we gotta get around this way. Oh, look at the flow of the house is perfect. Yeah, I can walk from one end to the others. Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. In today's video, I'm gonna give you a tour of my plans for the interior space of the shipping container. But first, before we get into that, I just want to show you what I've been up to the last few weeks. I know videos have been coming out every week, but to my Patreon supporters, they've been following, you know, sharing pictures and stuff with them. Now, with that said, this build is going to go extremely slow. Just like my tiny house, took about 3 years, still not done. Don't think it ever will be done until it's like getting towed out by somebody or I'm delivering it to somebody. But this shipping container is going to take 3-4 years to finish. The main reason for that is funding. You know, I have a decent job, pays all right, but I can only put so many amount of dollars into my shipping container every month. So if you want to help support this project and see it go a little faster, check me out on Patreon. If you just want to do like a one-time, 1 month thing and, you know, give me like $10 or whatever. I don't know what people have got in their bank accounts. I've got $27. I get paid tonight. Thank God. And I'll spend it all real quick. Oh yeah, and a maxed out credit card. Oh geez, no credit cards for me. I'm not allowed to have credit cards. But yeah, if you are interested in helping this project, it would be greatly appreciated. This project is, as of right now, 90% from Patreon earnings and YouTube earnings. So if you don't want to give money, just watching my videos still helps as well. So thank you for that. But anyways, you can see that I'm on the opposite side of the shipping container. You saw maybe last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I forget how many weeks ago. But I have painted this side of the shipping container. I really don't want to walk under a ladder. That's bad luck. Sorry, Peanut, I didn't mean to hit you. And then yesterday I started doing the back side. I was gonna finish it today, but it started raining and hailing. So I've just been cleaning inside and getting stuff ready there. But if you see these black marks right here, I found that burning anywhere I had stickers, you know, and I know that sounds bad, but if I just heat it up, you don't really need to make it that hot. Those 2 spots I really heated up a lot because the stickers were underneath paint, so I had to burn the paint off and then get the sticker. And then this long one right on this side right here, those stickers you can't scrape off. So the more you burn it, the less grinding you have to do. It does put off some pretty toxic stuff, but I'm all grinded up from here up is grinded. So I gotta go one more and then I'll do this from the ground. Then I'll come back and paint it. And then you've already seen this whole side. This is painted, ready to go, done. I didn't film any of those other 2 sides just because this kind of showed it, what I was doing. The doors I'm gonna film because they are really bad. I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on that. And then the roof is gonna be several different videos. I've got some Bondo work I'm gonna do in the back on some big dents. That's gonna be one video. I'm gonna change out a sheet of steel in the front. That's gonna be another video. And then I gotta grind the whole thing, prime it, and then we'll jump back into it with my finishing process. I've done a lot of research on the finish that I'm gonna be putting on there, thanks to your comments, your nonsense comments. So this design that I have isn't set in stone yet. I still got a few months to really iron things out. But what I've done so far is laid out some plates on the floor as reference points of where walls are gonna go and stuff like that. Spray paint, I also spray painted some lines where cabinets were gonna go. This gives me a good feel when I'm walking through the space, how it's gonna, you know, evolve into a house. And then also if you can walk through it without like feeling claustrophobic or things are just not in the right place. So the first thing I did was I needed measurements for different things that are going in the house. Refrigerator, washer, dryer, toilet, shower, the mattress, kitchen sink, stuff like that. So I went into my tiny house because all those appliances I feel are good for tiny living. And so I got all those measurements. Then I did my first layout on here with some measurements and numbers. And then, you know, I changed stuff up and did another design, did another design, did another design. Basically just putting it down on paper so I can visualize what I'm doing. None of that stuff was like to scale or anything, but just rough ideas. And then once I had it figured out, I made that first design that I was talking about. And then what I did was I put these plates down, and then I realized my original design, this whole area right here was going to be the bathroom, and there was going to be a tiny little hall that went back to the bedroom. And I found out that it was claustrophobic when you walk down it, and it made the rest of the house not flow nicely. So I've changed the complete design. So we're going to start back in the bedroom and work our way forward, and I'm going to show you all that stuff. So don't pay attention to any of the spray painted lines. They mean nothing. But this is going to be the door that goes into my bedroom, okay? There's a slight angle in this wall right here just to make this space a little bit wider. But as soon as you walk into the bedroom, there's going to be a wall right here. Anywhere I have this basically 1.5 inch thick piece, that's going to be basically 2 sheets of plywood, 3/4 inch plywood put together, and that is going to be the wall. I'm not going to do your standard 2x4 wall there, just because I don't have the space. So I've got that small little wall there. There's going to be a closet, which is going to come off 2 feet off of the finished wall. So there's going to be a full wall built here out of 2x4s. I know a lot of you have been suggesting different things that I could do. I want full insulation in there, and I don't want to do spray foam. I think it's very toxic stuff. It off-gases. You can disagree with me, that's fine. Do some research, and you will find out that spray foam insulation is probably one of the worst things you could ever put in a house. So yeah, this is coming off the wall 2 feet, and then it's also a total of 40 inches wide. I'm gonna do a solid door for going into the bedroom, and I'm gonna have it, I really don't like pocket doors. I think they're horrible. They fall off the tracks. The walls are weak where pocket doors are. So I want something solid and good. So I'm gonna do a barn door style with the metal rail up top, and it rides on it. And that is gonna ride back into the closet. So I might have to just take a piece of 3/4 plywood and put it there. So this has somewhere to run into, and then I've got a place to connect closet railing into it. So since this is 40 inches minus, let's say 4 inches, so it's 3 feet, I might do a 2-foot shelf, and then I'll do a 1-foot opening with a long wall right here, and then another closet right here and another closet right up there. So you can hang shirts here, and for the longer stuff that you have, dresses, women, ladies, I'm gonna have a longer hanging rod there. So it's good, it's tight back in there, and it's not intrusive into the space, and I'll probably just do a curtain style door on this. So you'll pass that, and then you'll come in here, and then there's gonna be this small little opening right here. This will hold a washer and dryer. The washer dryer is 27 inches wide, plus airflow. So you need to have a little bit of airflow on the sides of it. It's 32 inches deep. So that's roughly the dimensions that is. All the plumbing will run inside this wall right here. So the bed, you can see the yellow paint right here. You can look at that, that makes sense. But that is the size of a queen size mattress, which is 80 by 60. Now, just like my tiny house, I needed some mechanical room. And I've decided to make this my mechanical room as well. There's some pros and cons with it, but I think overall it'll be fine. You're not gonna be in bed when you're taking a shower. Somebody could be in bed, but get up. There's shit to do, life to live. So yeah, there's gonna be water pumps, water storage, the breaker box, all that stuff is gonna be stored underneath the mattress. So the mattress is gonna end up being about this high, about 4 feet. Nah, let's go about 45. Yeah, the mattress top is gonna be about 4 feet high, which means this room will be about 3 feet tall inside here. And there'll be an access door to get into it there so you can work on things. Also, I'm gonna make this mattress top kind of like a Murphy bed so that when you do need to work in there, it's not too tight. You can lift the mattress up and work in there, which you end up really not. In my mechanical room that I have, I don't really go down there a lot, but to be able to do repairs to stuff, to replace things, to change stuff over, it'd be great to have that extra headroom. So I'll make kind of a Murphy style bed. Where this little wall ends, I'm gonna have stairs that go up into the bed. And then on this side, there'll be stairs again to a platform right here, and that platform will be at a height so that when you sit down, you're sitting right on the mattress. So yeah, 2 sets of stairs to go up into the bed and then access there. One thing that I'm doing with this design is really taking into consideration 2 people moving and living together in this house. I found that when you have 2 people inside a tiny house, it's really like, goodbye, you know, it's tight. So I'm really trying to take into consideration the flow of 2 people. So if 2 people were in here, you know, somebody needed to go somewhere, there's places for people to move out of the way and stand while the other person's trying to get by or something like that. It's not, you don't have to rub up against each other.
Well, Daniel, sometimes people do like to rub up against each other while they're in beds. I know you don't know about that, but yeah, okay.
As far as windows go in this space, I'm probably gonna do some 1.5 foot windows that go pretty long, maybe 6 or 7 feet that go up top right there, and then another one right here. I kind of want them to be so high that they just let light in and you can't see out them. More just for the natural light. I find the windows in my bedroom to be like, kind of like, whoa. If anyone was walking by my house, they could see what I'm doing in there. And you know, all the women that I'm doing. So yeah, that's, you know, the rough idea with the bedroom. So then you come into this space. I'm gonna have to bring it back a little though, because we need to catch it all. So this leaves this whole area very wide, good flow, comfortable to move through. Several people can stand in here and move around, and it's not claustrophobic at all. So that's why I made this area smaller, because originally the bathroom was gonna take up all that, and all that stuff was gonna go inside here. So I changed it around like that. Right here is gonna be a 32 by 32 inch standing shower. But yeah, I find the shower that I have in my tiny house is fine. Again, plumbing can run inside these interior walls, so I'm fine with that. And then I'm gonna plumb this for a flushing toilet. But obviously I'm gonna do the composting because I don't see a problem with it, but I gotta think about resale on something like this. So there will be a flushing toilet hookups there. So fresh water as well as a 3-4 inch drain, whatever you put to code, will go in here. And then I'll do a small sink right here just to brush your teeth and stuff. Now that leaves this whole space. What am I gonna do with this area? There will eventually be a wall that comes right here, the door to go in there. This will end up being the same style barn door. That's why if you can see these plates are offset a little bit. I made this smaller to make this opening bigger. So the sliding door, the barn door, is gonna go on this wall and it'll slide into the end of the shower wall right there. This is basically the width of my bathroom in my tiny house. And I feel like on the toilet, if it was 4 or 5 inches narrower, it would be fine. And that's basically what I got there. So on this wall, I think what I'm gonna do is a large mirror right here. I'll do some type of table. I'll have several outlets in here, and then a chair. I know women like to have a place to get ready, do their makeup, do stuff like that. So I feel like having that as a designated area, having drawers and cubbies and shelves and stuff to hide stuff in, and then outlets to plug who knows what into, noisemakers into, and then a nice mirror with some good lighting right there will be perfect. And then in the house, I want 2 doors to get in and out. So I'm gonna have the back door go roughly about here. So about 1 foot off of this wall will be the start of the door. And this will be a full pane of glass that goes out to a back patio or deck or whatever. One thing I was really excited about when I got the shipping container was that it is a shipping container, and I want the inside to kind of reflect that. So I want this wall to be this. I don't want to frame a wall here and cover it up with whatever I end up doing. So I want this all exposed. I'm gonna finish it the same as the outside most likely, unless I just go with like a, you know, prison gray, I would call it. Just, you know, basically this original color. And just so it kind of looks factory-like. And so I'm gonna have to do a unique insulation system that I've got an idea about. I'm not gonna get great R value. It's basically gonna go from where the kitchen is to this wall, and it'll be insulated on the outside of the house. And it'll be covered up with some stuff. Trust me, I've got more ideas than you can imagine, but I think having the shipping container corrugated steel visually on the inside, really, once you're in it, you feel like you're in a house, but it also reminds you that you're in a shipping container, which I think is cool. It'll add to the aesthetics. Gosh, you're just fabulous. Now that leaves me with this area right here that I can do something with, and I really like that IKEA table with the 3 drawers on the side that fold up, got wings. I did some research on it. Didn't have really great numbers for heights and stuff. You know, it had rough numbers, and then you could, with some math, simple math, you could figure out how much that leaf came up. I think it was 10 inches, and then the leaf on one side was about 24. So 34 inches off that wall comes to here, which still gives you enough room to walk by this wall and with that leaf up. And then that chair that'll be used at the makeup area is what I'm calling it, I guess. That chair can be used at the dining room, and there'll be another chair on the opposite side with a window basically flush with the top of that. So I know a lot of you are thinking, how are you gonna drain all this plumbing? How is the plumbing gonna work? Water lines don't need to be pitched or anything like that. So all the water lines can run inside these walls, but I also need them to get them back to the mechanical room. But what I think I'm gonna do is raise the floor from this point back to where the bed is. I'm gonna raise it with some 2x8s maybe. I gotta do some math with the pitch of a pipe, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch per foot. I need all these plumbing pipes, I need them to drain out the back wall. I don't wanna have anything come out the bottom of the trailer because I wanna be able to pick this thing up and put it down on something on a flatbed trailer without it being a problem. So all the mechanical stuff needs to go out the back of the shipping container. So I'll raise this floor up all right here. This will be kind of on an angle, and I'll explain that in a second. But that way I can put in correct plumbing. I can put in my P-traps under my shower. I know I got a lot of shit for that, for not doing it, but I can do P-traps and I can do vent lines. And I can vent those pipes right out the side of the shipping container. The toilet, I can do it right there. This kitchen sink can connect into this. So once I raise all that up, this section back underneath the bed will be lower because I don't need it to be up, but there'll be pipes that run through it. So it'll actually make the bed at a reasonable height. You should be able to like hop into it. I think it's a good idea and a good solution to my plumbing problems. So as far as the kitchen goes, I've had a lot of ideas to how I want to lay it out. Originally, I was just going to do cabinets on one side and have everything in there, but after doing some lines, not some lines, oh God.
Daniel, are you doing the cocaines?
After drawing some lines on the floor and realizing that my kitchen here is going to be the same exact size as the kitchen in my tiny house, I want a little bit more counter space. I want a little more storage. This whole side right here from that wall, the bathroom wall, over 7 feet will be a counter. There'll be the stove. I forgot what I put here. There'll be a stove in the corner most likely with a range vent that vents directly outside right there. And I think that's about it. I want to find a fridge and a freezer that are countertop height that can slip in here, and then there's 2 doors. So you have one fridge and one freezer, and they're big, and they hold everything you could possibly need. I don't want to have too much height because I feel like when you go high with stuff here, it'll become a little claustrophobic. So I want to keep things low in the kitchen since I'm doing countertops on both sides. So this is going to be 6 feet from here to here will be a 6-foot counter space with dishwasher on this side, sink hopefully in the center, a little bit of counter space on both sides for prep work and stuff like that. That also gives me storage here. Might do 2 cabinets up top here for storage. That window is going to be into the center of that, centered over the sink. So if I do put the sink on this side, I need to have plumbing that can connect all the way back there. I could drain it out the side, but I want it all to go to one central location. So this floor that I was saying is going to be raised will be going on an angle right here, small step, and then you'll get up to the finished floor. It'll be like a 5-inch step, so it'll be a 5-inch and a 5-inch, boom, boom, and it'll be on an angle. So it'll flow nicely, boop, boop, you're up, boom. I feel like you'll have enough room. It'll be a little tighter, a little cozier in that area, but gives me a place to run plumbing. It's a good transition from one space to another. So this countertop's gonna end right here. The other one's gonna end approximately right here. I thought about doing like a bar style thing right here with 2 bar stools. So you could eat right there and have it cantilevering over and doing that stuff. You might be able to not see those lines. But I felt like this sticking out so much really, was a little too claustrophobic to walk through here. Oh, I just did a little Michael Jackson right there. But when I changed the design and realized I could use one of those IKEA tables for there, got rid of that to make the flow better, that folds away and goes out of the way, so that's nice. So where those cabinets end, this is where my front door is going to be. I haven't decided which way this is going to swing, but it doesn't matter. It can swing in, it can swing out, and it won't affect the flow of the house at all. So there'll be a door, same exact size, everything that door is going to be. I think I'm going to do all glass door, just some stiles and some rails and a simple frame. And then that leads you into this space, which I haven't really spent much time measuring, but roughly 10 feet by the 7 feet for a living room. Perfect living room, I feel. So on one side, I'm gonna do a TV with an entertainment center, and then the other side, I'm gonna do a couch, switching whichever. And then whichever side the couch is gonna be on, I might do a high up transit style window, long, narrow window up top. Something you can see out, but also lets in some natural lighting. One of the first shipping container houses I ever saw, it was two designers had made, basically, I think they took two 20-footers and they positioned them, kind of offset from each other. Made one like a bedroom wing, a bathroom wing, and then like a large living space in the middle. But what they did is they made this one big window, and so that light just comes straight down the walls of the house, makes the house feel bigger, lets a lot of natural light in. So I've contemplated doing that, having this, I'm gonna weld some steel in here and just making a frame that holds a very large piece of double pane tempered glass. But I'm sure that window would be extremely expensive, and then it's also highly likely that it would break if I don't brace this well when I move it, because it'll rack. But if I don't end up doing that, I'm definitely gonna do something like a little knee wall, maybe 3 feet tall on the here. I'll come down a couple inches there and I'll do a large window. So I'll still have that light that comes down the sides. It'll still feel huge, it'll be a big window, but it won't be as big as originally planned. One thing I could do is just get sliding glass doors and frame it out and put it in there, but come on. Why not go above and beyond? So as of right now, that's the layout that I'm gonna go with. Still got a lot of things that I've gotta do prior to starting this build, but as far as that elevated floor, I can start on that. And then I can start locking in where windows are gonna go, and I can start cutting holes and making the openings, and then start making windows that go into those openings. But as of right now, I'm liking the layout that I have. I think it's gonna work well. But I'd also like to have your feedback on this design. Obviously, you can type out your explanation, but I'll read it and scratch my head because there'll be so many typos, I won't be able to read it. And so if you want to, maybe draw something out on a napkin or something, I don't know what they do, but you want to draw something out and you want to email it to me, I think my email is always in the description, but tinyhousecustoms@gmail.com. You can send me a screen picture of your design ideas and explanations like that, so I can take those into consideration. I think this is the only time that I'd really want to know your opinion on something. A lot of times I could give two shits. But if you do draw a picture, it's 7 feet wide, approximately 40 feet. Let's call it 39 feet, because the metal on the ends. But I do thank you for watching this video. I know a lot of you guys are really excited about this project. I'm extremely excited about it. I pretty much completely forgot about my tiny house, and I've just been spending money here. That's comfortable. My tiny house is comfortable to live in, so I'm all right with it not being 100% finished. But anyways, if you want to leave your great nonsense down below, I'm going to read it, laugh at it, and that's about it. Won't do much with it. You can leave it down below in that comments section. And if you like the video and you like what I'm planning on doing here, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you want to follow along on this project, it's a project, a massive project. Hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed and you love my videos, hit that little bell notification thingy. I always forget to tell you that, but that's something that people need to do now. But yeah, you can do all those wonderful things that you already know that every channel already tells you to do. Woo! That was a tongue twister, you messed up. But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Burnett, you were not in the video. Didn't need to be. Peanut walked right by a snake today. Didn't even notice it. Thank God. Peanut would have gotten in a fight with a snake. Y'all would have bit it. Peanut, no. It was just a black snake. It wasn't. Black snakes are good. They keep away the bad ones that can kill things.
Yeah, but I would have killed it though. I'm a ferocious beastly.
You know what I just realized? That you will be able to see out the front while you're laying in bed. If you were in bed and you sat up, that would be, depending who's here. That's one person That's the other person. But, you know, I probably will sleep here. I'm not very agile, but you'll be able to see right out. I think it's cool.